Show you just how close this fire or this scene was to the airport. We're going to pass by one of the runways, and in the distance you see all of those emergency lights. That's all of the firefighters and crews that are on scene, and we've been seeing planes take off and land on the runway that's just in between us and that scene. So we talked with Steve Brittle with Don't Waste Arizona. He says whenever there's a propane fire, all that propane burns upwards into the air and away from the ground, which we were able to see all afternoon with this fire. And according to Brittle, businesses like this one must report just how much propane they have to local fire departments so firefighters know what they're dealing with when they get to incidents like this when they break out. And according to Brittle, with propane fires, they're difficult to put out immediately because once that gas ignites, you have to let it burn out before you're able to extinguish the entire fire. So he also expects the impact to the environment to be minimal.
There isn't going to be any lingering contamination on the ground from the propane because it all goes up into the air. But people should avoid any of the fumes, and if they detect any kind of odor, they should, don't breathe it. Try to get away from any of that.
Brittle says one of the big dangers with propane fires is those explosions and the damage from shrapnel, which we showed you earlier, as well as that heat that a propane fire can produce. Now, again, one of the things he talked about is don't breathe in any of that smoke. And another thing he pointed out was he says they typically see propane fires during the summertime because that heat expands and can loosen valves. So if you have your own propane tank, say for a grill, make sure you really tighten it after you use it. Back to you.
Yeah, good advice, good information. Steven Sarabia, thank you so much.